off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Good. Set. Scrimmage. Hey, like a hornet. Hey, easy. 63, back. Yeti. Delta.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Troy Anderson on the coverage.
Delta.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Hurts. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Looking to throw Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Touchdown, Falcons!
Bijan Robinson, 33 yards. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw with Penix.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
Second and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Easy, 63, back.
They'll look to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Checks this one down to Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 42.
They'll throw with Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold it.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
They'll split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one downfield for Dotson. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 74 yards. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, you heard it, right? Exhale, the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And complete to Drake London. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And the Falcons first
To the air, Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that's caught at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working off awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now he's free at the 35.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 28.
54 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
A gain of 40 yards. And the Falcons first down.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts.
27 yards.
And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start.
This is caught at the 20. And marked him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Great, set. Go Silver, ready?
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. That's complete to Mooney. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
All right, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now Penix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 76 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Here's Penix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's brought in downfield by London. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And the Falcons first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Penix working out of the gun here. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
The Falcons.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, Silver. Yeti, Yeti.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.